My name is Emily. I'm 27 years old, and until a few months ago, I thought I had it all figured out. Love, trust, the future, everything. But life, it seems, had other plans. And this is the story of the night I thought I'd make someone happy, but ended up breaking my own heart. I met Jason at a bookstore, one of those quiet, cozy ones that smell like old pages and coffee. He was reaching for the same poetry book I wanted. We laughed and somehow ended up talking for over an hour by the classics section. That was the beginning. Jason was charming, but in a subtle, non-obvious way. He wasn't the loud guy at the party. He was the one who noticed when someone was sad in a corner and went to check on them. And he checked on me a lot. We started dating, and for the first time in my life, I felt safe. He remembered little things, my favorite tea, the exact way I like my eggs, the song I listened to on repeat when I missed my dad. He would text me randomly, "I hope your day is soft," or "Don't forget you're my favorite person." It was the kind of love you don't expect, the quiet, slow kind that builds in silence, until you wake up one morning and realize you can't imagine your life without them. Jason's birthday was in April. He told me he didn't like celebrating it much. No need to make it a big deal, he said. But I wanted to, not because he liked it, but because I wanted him to feel loved. So I started planning. I worked extra hours at the bookstore, skipped movie nights with my friends. I bought him the jacket he always looked at, but he said it was too expensive for no reason. I called his mom and got his childhood cake recipe, chocolate mint, no nuts. I bought tiny fairy lights, candles, and balloons in silver and navy, his favorite colors. And I started making a scrapbook. 2 years of memories written with my hands, printed photos, little drawings. The last page said, "If I could choose again, I'd still choose you, every time." I imagined the night in my head over and over. He'd walk in after work. He'd see the lights, the cake, the photos, the jacket. He'd look at me teary-eyed. We'd laugh, we'd hug, maybe even dance a little in the living room. The big day arrived. I left work early, dressed nicely, did my makeup in soft tones, the way he always said he liked. I carried everything: cake, gifts, scrapbook, candles, to his place. He had given me a key months ago. He said, "This is your home too." When I got there, it was quiet, still, the kind of still that feels wrong. I figured he was still at work. I had time. But as I stepped in, I heard a noise, a voice, a woman's voice, laughing. My stomach dropped. It wasn't loud. It was soft, intimate laughter. Then I heard Jason's voice, closer, lower, too familiar. "You always know how to distract me." Then the woman said, "Well, I hope I'm worth the risk." My hands were full, cake in one hand, gift bag in the other, but suddenly I felt empty. I walked slowly toward the bedroom. The door was half open. I didn't even have the strength to knock. I pushed it slightly, and there they were, Jason, shirtless, sitting on the bed, and her with my blanket around her, the one we used during winter movie nights, the one I spilled wine on and he laughed about. They both froze when they saw me. She pulled the blanket tighter. He stood up, shocked. Emily, this isn't. I didn't know. You weren't supposed to. I couldn't hear. Not really. There was a buzzing in my ears. I turned around, walked into the kitchen, placed the cake gently on the counter. The gift bag is next to it. The scrapbook is on top. Then I turned to him and said calmly, "Happy birthday, Jason," and I left, got in my car, and sat there, not crying, not thinking, just existing. My fingers were trembling on the steering wheel. I looked down at my dress. It had cake frosting on it. I didn't even notice. The tears came slowly, then fast, like rain breaking a dam. I didn't drive. I didn't text anyone. I just let myself fall apart for a while. Because that night, the night I had planned with so much love, was the night I lost the person I thought I was building forever with. People say time heals everything. That's not true. Time doesn't heal. Understanding heals, closure heals, self-respect heals. Jason texted me the next day. He said he was sorry, said it was a mistake, said he was confused. I didn't reply. He didn't make a mistake. He made a choice. And so did I. I chose to let him go. It's been 4 months since that night. I still remember everything. The candles I never lit, the scrapbook I never saw him open. But I also remember what came after. I went to therapy. I reconnected with old friends. I started painting again. I bought myself a birthday cake and ate it alone, with a smile. And I wrote a letter to myself. Dear Emily, you deserve the kind of love you give, and one day you'll find it. But until then, be your own home. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe for more emotional journeys like this.